Robin.
Let's welcome our hosts, Opie and Anthony. By the way, who's Jim Norton?
That's pretty good.
That's awesome. Thank you, Larry King.
Haven't heard that.
Well, that's a drop-off.
That's funny.
Larry King used to host his own show, and now
I
he's introing our radio show.
Introing this drivel.
Ouch. Morning.
Morning, everybody. Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
Good morning, everybody.
How's everybody doing?
Monday morning.
I didn't sleep well at all. So
Oh, Jimmy.
No. We did that show already.
I'm very
one.
sleepy.
No, we did that already.
Oh, Jimmy.
No. You were supposed to get sleep.
I tried.
We can only have one of those shows every once in a while, or it just gets
Do you have
really annoying.
Did you have sleepy troubles?
I really did again. I would say it was probably 3-something before I finally got to sleep.
Ouch.
I tried. Laying in bed.
3-something was just a mere hour ago.
2 hours
2
ago?
hours ago. Whatever.
Yeah, wow. Damn.
Are you drinking coffee too late? Are you having Are you having little treats late?
I did have a little treat yesterday, but not much. I think I slept Mondays are always bad days for me because I think I had whipped cream last night, but it's sugar free because that wouldn't keep me up.
We discovered this place, this custard puff pastry place.
That sounds fat.
I was coming back from Long Island, and my wife had stuff to do in the city yesterday, and she was walking by the place.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Do you want me to get you one?" I'm like, I had to beg her, "Do not get me one."
What is it?
It's just this place of just
Custard?
creamy
goodness.
deliciousness and some cakey stuff.
It's just, it's some kind of a puff, but you could get a chocolate puff that just breaks. When you put it in your mouth, it just all breaks apart, and then in the middle is the best custard you've ever had in your life. And I'm not necessarily a custard guy.
But goodness.
And I'm really mad that we discovered this place.
Where is it?
It's in the 70s and kind of like either Broadway or Amsterdam. I always get those two confused as far as where shit is. So it's unbelievable. I might have to bring some in here so you guys could try these out.
I don't like eating stuff that's delicious.
This thing is ridiculous because you choose your puff or your shell, I guess they call it.
Puff.
And there's all kind. I tried the chocolate one, then they got the regular one, then they get really crazy and fancy. Then they shove this thing in and fresh custard.
So it's a gimmick.
Oh yeah.
The places all have gimmicks.
Yeah, this is
you choose your own. It's like choosing a ring setting and then the diamond.
Yeah, exactly. You choose your shell first, and then you can choose what kind of custard you want inside too.
Yeah.
What kind of options are there?
I don't know.
One guy just stands there jerking off all day, shoving his dick in there.
Yeah.
All right,
You want
Anthony.
a little Hep C or?
We're 4 minutes in. What am I doing?
I have absolutely no self-control, so when we discovered the place, I didn't even want to walk up to the counter.
Yeah.
I figured the less I know about the place, the better off I'll be. And then she came back with this chocolate thing with the custard inside. I'm like, fuck.
It's delicious.
It's really ridiculous.
I'm curious now as to what custard options there are.
All right, I'll go back.
I bet vanilla is really good.
Yeah.
That's some kind of banana thing, too?
I believe so.
Banana cream.
I believe so.
Anything banana-y.
You want to go now?
Great.
No, I really do. I mean,
You want to go now.
I had a big dessert the other night. Like I can't.
You want me to bring some in tomorrow?
I mean, yes and no. I mean,
I'll have to. Will they keep overnight? I think they
probably
will,
not.
Right?
Probably not as good as that fresh fucking injected cream.
Well, there's another place on Columbus. It's little Italian donuts that are filled with shit.
Oh, fuck it. This city's weird.
That place is called Bombolino or something like that. Look it up. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, good.
With fresh gelato.
You want some gelato?
See, that's my problem is I could eat well. Actually, I could eat almost perfectly all day long. Yeah. And then that dessert gets me every fucking time.
And around the city.
Then I just ruin it with the calories from fucking dessert. Salads all day, oatmeal in the morning, all this crap, and then I'll sit in front of the TV and watch, the NBA playoffs or something and eat a half gallon of ice cream. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
See, that's what fat people do.
Yeah.
It's hard not to.
Like I said, delicious stuff.
Delicious.
It's delicious. You got to stay away.
Stupid Dirk for the people that didn't stay up. Fucking missed a buzzer beater. So now the Miami Heat lead the Mavericks 2-1. LeBron James is 2 games away from getting a championship.
Well, that's the way it was supposed to happen, right?
And then people still arguing.
Like the super team, right?
Well, they're still arguing with me on Twitter. One guy's like, I really need to know why you don't like LeBron so much. Is it because the way he left? I go, yes, exactly. I go, it's the way he left and no class. So then everyone has to beat the shit out of me. You know, he raised $2 million for the boys club by doing it that way.
Who cares? And all I saw was a clip of a monster shoving a ball in a fucking
you see that dunk?
Hoop with someone right in front of him.
Yeah, that was, I don't even, yeah.
That was retarded. And I don't even like basketball, but I watched that and just went like, all right, that guy's got to fucking have something going on.
Yeah, that was LeBron. I don't know who he
faced
over.
Somebody.
Oh, it was ridiculous. Because the guy was in perfect defensive position. Yeah. He really was. He did exactly what he was supposed to do, and LeBron just jumped pretty much over his hand.
Over his hand. And just
then dunked it by him.
It was crazy.
So, I don't know. The Mavs are in deep trouble because Dirk is hurt. Dirk's got fucked up wrists, fingers. He's all fucked up.
Is this it?
LeBron James. It's good to know that Bohemia is down with the.
And then someone goes, "You got to respect his skills."
Yeah, look at this.
I'm like, of course.
Just right over the guy's fucking hand.
He's a great player.
Of course he is.
It's like, fuck you in your hand.
He's not going to win no championship with the flu, though, like Jordan did. And I had an argument with the guy with that. He goes, that was game 5. They had to play another game after that. And I want to write back to the guy, yeah, he still probably had the flu, though. You don't have the flu for one day.
Yeah. That was your Twitter argument? Because I had to give up last night.
Really?
Yeah, I gave up.
I was battling with just basketball fans. That's all.
Yeah,
I don't even know that much anymore. I used to know it all, but
I realized I couldn't really accurately get a Second Amendment argument going in 140 fucking characters. No matter how many times I turn YOU into the letter U,
right?
TWO into the number 2,
right?
No matter what, I could not really get my point across of a huge debate like the Second Amendment in 140.
Can I tell you something? And then, people go, well, just do twit longer. No one reads anything that is more than 140 characters.
It's not, you can't do it.
Every once in a while, I'll do it. If I get lazy retweeting somebody else and I want a little comment, I'll do it. I never click on a link in someone's Twitter for a twit longer. You know what I mean?
No. I'll click on links that somebody has. It's like, hey, check this article out or something. And I'll click on that and look at that shit. But I won't go to a twit long because that defeats the purpose.
I mean, I obviously
defeating its own purpose.
I obviously love Twitter, but it's obvious when you tweet, maybe 10% of your followers read your shit. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's less than 10%. So then on top of that, you got to twit longer. Now you're cutting down your 10% to probably 3%.
They're not reading.
And
then when you have when you're going back and forth with somebody, you have to add in their point and their name, and now you only get a few letters to fucking give you a response. So I was just like, I can't. I was like, good night.
I know you don't like them that much, but you gotta follow the lead of the blacks.
Yeah,
the blacks know how to tweet.
What are they doing?
They got all sorts of shit going on, abbreviations. They come up with new words. You ever follow a trending topic that's a very black topic?
No.
Holy, I don't know.
I was going to say something that would have just got me in trouble. I do have a filter, people. Even though it doesn't seem like I do it. That word was on my molars.
Really?
Yeah.
But they pretty much are coming up with a whole new language for Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just not regular black slang that we sort of are aware of. They're coming up with a whole new thing with Twitter, too.
See, that's a good thing to do. Like, just kind of...
They could get some shit done in 140 characters.
What, are they pulling vowels out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just pull vowels out?
Yeah, they pull the vowels out.
Need no goddamn vowels?
Numbers.
They also, black people have higher percentage of blacks on Twitter than whites.
I think so.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah?
Why is that?
I don't know. I forget the percentage, but I want to say white people. That's probably right. 4% or 5%. I know they're 4 times more likely to check Twitter during the day than white people. There's a big study done on it, and I don't. Yeah, 13% of white people and like 20% of blacks. I think might be it.
I believe that.
Wow. Oh.
The fact is, even though we're all about it, still probably a very tiny percent of our audience even has Twitter.
Twitter.
An extremely small percent.
Yeah,
I think if you're a fan of the show, you should get Twitter because we're all doing shit outside the show. That's kind of cool, man.
The second we leave here, it's just all of us are doing separate shit and different weird shit on Twitter and it's definitely keeps the show vibe going.
For example, last night I was leaving F.H. Riley's. I was telling Anthony it was
where is that?
The heart of Huntington Village.
Ah, right.
Trust me, my brother doesn't need any help anymore. I do want to thank the listeners because if it wasn't for the listeners, he probably wouldn't have survived because it's really tough to get a new restaurant off the ground. And I was talking about this last night. The listeners were the ones that kept that place going for the first year.
Yeah.
And now it's just what he does with the food. And
now he throws them out. Get out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
We have a class restaurant going now. We don't need the likes of you.
So he won't let you in unless you say Baba Booey at the door.
But honestly, they're the ones that really got the damn thing off the ground. And I'll never forget that. My brother will never forget that. But now it's about the reputation of the food and everything. Like, I mean, it's the place to be in Huntington. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Fucking Pasta Sunday. The place is packed. But I'm coming home and I tweet a picture of this car with a nice big huge fucking hairy dick on it.
What?
That never gets old.
A big hairy dick?
A large hairy.
What was it written in?
It almost looked like it was in lipstick. So someone
fucked him over.
Where is it? I'll find it really fast.
Yeah, was it Damone's car? Did it say little prick on the side?
Yeah, right?
Hey, thanks.
We were talking about Fast Times yesterday as well. Once again. Yeah, here. The classic huge dick on the side of the
It's up the window. It like takes up the back and the
and
the side window.
And this dick is coming if you look closely.
Oh, right. It's coming.
It's a big, huge pink dick. The balls start in the passenger window, and the head of the penis is all the way in the front window there.
Yeah, that's
Did I say that right? No, I mean the back window to the front window. All right, whatever.
Yeah, it takes up the whole side of the car.
Isn't that great?
Wow, that's
just parked on the street in Huntington.
Universal symbol of the cock, there.
I would imagine someone had a really late night, and they probably were crashing all day Sunday, and they have no idea they got a huge pink dick on the side of their car yet. That's why you got to follow us on Twitter.
I ought to see the big pink dicks.
Yeah, all this shit is happening after the show. But
yeah, I went to the range and took some video with my hat cam.
Yeah.
And that was fun, just blasting some shit off. But then that's what started the whole Twitter war thing.
With the Second Amendment.
Yeah, you go on there and people are like, what? Because some big fat pig woman is like, and what's with you and the guns? We all know it. You're making up for a small dick. I'm like, really? Is that what it is? Fatty? And I was just like, you look like you smell. And I was just,
you gotta get
nice,
dirty.
immature shit I was getting at.
Right.
But it's like, and then people just start like, what's your problem? How far? Should we be allowed to have missiles? It's like, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. I just can't. So I just bailed.
The small dick argument is so stupid because when you tweeted that picture of all the guns that you were taking to the range.
Yeah.
I think I got a semi.
It's like,
and I'm not a gun guy, but I'm like, that would be fucking cool to do.
Get your little bag, your guns, you go out there and you blast some shit. It has nothing to do with your dick. It has something to do with it's just fun.
Yeah.
I had all my targets. That was another thing. I fucking and this shows. I don't know why I reacted like this, but I did. I took a few targets down there. Your standard Bin Laden zombie target now, and there's not because Bin Laden's dead. Now I got Bin Laden zombie targets.
Right.
And then there was one of some.
Look at that
Arab guy.
There's the picture I was talking about.
That's the fucking haul.
Did you really?
I took down to the.
You took all those to the range?
Yeah, took them all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guns. Is
yeah,
that right?
Just blasting away.
6 guns.
It was fun.
6 assault rifles.
one AR-15, a submachine gun, and the rest were pistols.
Wow.
But
what's your favorite gun out of all those?
They're all so different.
I know.
They're
That's
all
why
my children.
That's why it makes
you can't pick one of your favorite children.
Oh, really?
That's my favorite.
My mom did.
Rifle I have. My favorite AR is that one.
Yeah.
But as far as the pistols go, the Wilson Combat 45 is I like that. It's small, 45 caliber. But then I also, the Desert Eagle. I can't pick. That's why I took them all, because they're just so much fun. Wow. I love it.
You don't say.
I have a lot.
Can you write it down? I really need to know.
I don't even know it at this point. I'd have to count in my head.
Is it?
It's more than. Yeah, it's no, not 50.
Well, I'm not.
Let me think.
You don't have to tell. You don't.
I don't know. It's probably in the it's in the 20s somewhere.
Jesus.
Not that many, but so I go to the range. I have all these targets that I got, and they're fun targets, Arabs and shit like that. And then I have one target of a homie. It's like a homie. He looked like Eazy-E, and he's over a car hood with a pistol pointing. I'm like, all right. So I go to the range, and the woman goes, okay, range 2, slot C. I'm like, okay. I go into range 2, slot C. There's one other guy in there, in A, and it's a black guy. And I'm like, God damn,
You can't use your target.
But I can. There's no reason I can't. Maybe not first target, but I put up my zombie bin Laden target, right? And I'm blasting away at it. And he actually came over and he goes, damn, that's a great target.
Well, you're not gonna like the second one.
That's all I'm thinking is, well, you ain't gonna like the next one.
When are you leaving? Because I got a second target.
Yeah. So I ran through all of my targets. All my bin Laden, and then I had one that looked like Bob Kelly with a gun and a fucking wool hat. Another one that looked like he just came from the gay parade, and an Arab, wearing his headgear and shit. But I wasn't comfortable wheeling out the black guy target with a black guy in the range. But that shouldn't make a difference. It really shouldn't make a difference.
Well, because you already know where it's coming from, and you're afraid that he will see it.
No, it's just I really don't feel like oh great, a black target. Let me shoot at it with more zeal. I'm like it's just another target.
It's because you do shoot at it with more zeal, and there's probably all the stuff you can't help yourself, where you're shouting out things as you're shooting at this target, and you're like, well, with this fine gentleman to my left, I can't do this target yet.
I swear I wasn't yelling anything out.
With this target, I get very vocal.
I wasn't yelling anything out, I swear. And I was just chewing up like Arab guy targets. So it's like, what's the difference? And obviously it was like a 90s black guy. It looked like he was from fucking
a gangster rap?
NWA or something. Yeah.
Video.
New Jack City.
Yeah, New Jack City. Definitely. Boys in the Hood shit.
Yeah.
But I felt like I couldn't. Look at the guy with a mullet.
When did you pull out the black target?
The second he left the range.
Why didn't you talk to the guy a little bit? Get to know him.
No, well, he was cool.
You guys had something in common.
He was into his own thing.
He liked your target.
I did.
What kind of targets did he have? He probably had a white target. And he's like, when is this honky going to leave so I can use my white target?
I noticed the target he was using because I was, in a bit of turmoil about my target choice. He was using the old, the old white guy Muggsy fucking criminal target.
The go-to one.
The go-to with the cigar in his mouth,
times, right?
the derby. It looks like any crook from a Bugs Bunny episode.
Sure.
And he's holding his fucking revolver. That's the guy.
Yeah.
See? That's what he was shooting at. Now he's shooting at a white guy.
That guy's
going.
But that's known.
That guy's going after Al Capone.
Yeah, he's one of Al Capone's guys. See? But
You'll never get me alive, see?
Yeah, never got me, copper. You lousy screw.
I do enjoy his criminal wear that he's wearing. He's got like Dockers and a members only jacket.
Members only jacket, Dockers. He's got a big fucking balls in his pants or something.
Just horrible balls.
He's got his hairy criminal hands that, just touch hookers because he can't get into a relationship because he's a crook.
He really does have a nice head of hair on him.
Oh, and that good, nice, big head of fucking 50s actor hair.
Like slicked with grease.
Yes, very greasy.
His hair like a Greek.
It's like Gleason's hair. Jackie Gleason's hair. All greasy and slicked back.
Damn Greeks have good hair.
They certainly do.
Always.
But he's shooting at that target, the white guy target. And for some reason, I just felt like maybe if there were other people in the range, but it was just me and him.
You should have just went with it.
You should, first target out of the gate?
No, you should have pulled it out and then laughed and said, maybe we should switch. And then he would have laughed. Hey, maybe we should switch targets.
Yeah, he go, oh, what, the paper for you, motherfucker?
No, that'd be funny, though. I'll shoot the white guy, you shoot the black guy. That would have been funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think?
If you said, hey, you want to switch, maybe we should switch targets.
He did laugh at the Bin Laden
but that's
zombie
the video
target.
you got to make.
Yeah?
You should show the black guy, you show your black target, and go, what are you going to do? And then you freaking do it.
Yeah, I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable. You know?
No, you didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Well,
it's all about your comfort zone.
But the whole vibe would have been a little uncomfortable if I would have pulled it out first.
Imagine if
I should have pulled it out like second.
You should have went over there and slapped him, the target, for looking at a white lady, and then fucking shot at him.
You should have said.
Yeah, that's.
You should have said, "You're lucky it's not you."
Oh yeah, I would have gotten. I would have made goodwill in the range.
I could have had you shot for that.
It just seems like it's a weird double standard thing, but I don't know what the protocol is if you're shooting at black targets with a black guy in the range, and it's just a criminal guy. It's not like a black guy that's walking his kids to school or something. It's a black criminal guy, just like Muggsy. Meh.
Well, next time you got to go for it.
I'll go for it.
You got to go for it next time. Speaking of guns, I think I'm going to go get a gun.
Yeah, huh?
I'm going to get an illegal one, though, because that paperwork's a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you just pick one up
I'm
illegally.
just going to get an illegal one that I could have in my car.
Carrying your
on that note,
sweatpants.
Carry my sweatpants.
On that note, Plaxico's getting out, I guess, today. Huh?
See?
20 months in jail for...
I could do 20 months.
20 months on your head.
Dude, that makes me so angry that guy had to go to jail.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is making me angry that Casey Anthony's going to be going to jail because I just like her.
Well,
anyway.
It's all because Bloomberg fucking spoke up.
Huh?
If he would have just kept his fucking DSL shut, Plaxico, I heard Morgenthau didn't want to do it, so he probably would have been okay.
Yeah, but he's just Bloomberg is anti-guns in the city.
I have such a hatred for Bloomberg.
Mandatory. And the thing is, Plaxico was licensed in Florida, I guess. But he wasn't aware of the laws that no one can carry in New York City.
Did he do 20 months?
Yeah.
20 months.
That's 20 months?
I know, it doesn't seem like that long.
He did 20 months.
20 months.
I would have sworn it was less than a year.
See, he doesn't have the option Bloomberg does, which is go to the city council and have them fucking change the rules for you. And then it's not illegal technically.
Yeah, do that.
Like running for a third term.
Right, that's what he does.
Look,
right?
Speaking of Bloomberg, because of Bloomberg, I'm going to be very, very mad at the Jews for the next couple of days.
The Jewish
possum. Maybe someone could call and try to explain to these guys what a nightmare the city was yesterday because they had the Israeli parade.
Yeah.
Every weekend in the city, they need a parade for some reason. I guess it started with the basic parades a long time ago, and then everyone had a bitch and complain.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day parade. That's a big one. It's been around since before fucking the country.
Just march in the St. Patty's Day parade and be done with it. Yeah. Why does everyone have to have a separate parade? But yesterday it was the Israeli parade, and because there's a lot of people that want to do harm to the Jew.
Yes.
Usually they shut down Fifth Avenue for the parade. You know the deal, right? It's either Fifth Avenue or Thanksgiving Day parade. They go up Central Park West and down, what do they do? I always forget. Broadway or whatever they do.
Yeah.
But most of the parades are on Fifth Avenue. And usually when there's a parade, they shut down Fifth Avenue. So that's kind of a drag, and you got to get around somehow the parade route. But because it was the Israeli Day parade, and someone's got to back me up, maybe a cop can, they closed down entire avenues leading up to Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, they don't even want you getting close.
So I think they closed down Fifth Avenue and then at least 2 more streets or avenues on either side of the parade route because I guess they didn't want a car bombing or something.
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
like that, a fucking suicide bomber. So you got to squeeze through gates and there's cops all over the place kind of checking people out.
So Bloomberg thought it made complete sense to do this to keep everyone safe in the Israeli parade, and the city was in complete lockdown yesterday, a gridlock.
Yeah.
Because of a dumb parade. At that point, don't you tell the people, look, we can only shut down Fifth Avenue. If you want to do your parade, great. If not, that's the best we could do. But no, they just catered to the Jew yesterday, and everyone else had to suffer. Everyone had to suffer.
They get their time like everybody else does. Like everyone else in the city, they all get their fucking parade days.
But I had to get out to Long Island for my nephew's little baseball game, and usually it takes me 15 minutes to get off Manhattan Island and then start my journey.
Yeah, it's not big.
On the Long Island Expressway. Yesterday, an hour and 15 minutes just to fucking start my journey.
Just to get off of Manhattan.
Hour and 15 minutes.
What time did you leave?
Wow.
I left at 12, and I finally got into the tunnel at 1:15.
Oh,
maybe
God.
1:20.
What time was the game?
Jesus.
2.
you just
Oh,
wanna
so you gave yourself
fucking-
plenty of time.
You just
2 hours is
wanna
fine.
Fucking.
To leave your house.
Oh, yeah, I gave
2
myself
hours,
plenty of time. I thought I was going to get out there early, maybe go to Starbucks or get a little bite to eat or something, just chill out. No, hell fucking no. It got to the point where I turned into Anthony. I was doing all sorts of illegal moves, complete illegal moves. One where the traffic cop gave me the finger back and forth, like, I can't,
I never skate past real NYPD. But
Hell no,
those
never,
fucking,
never.
Those fucking fat bitch traffic women that wear the
NYPD?
yellow vest.
Right.
I will fucking make a left when they don't want you making a left. I will left around them.
Yeah, but some of them have real passion, and they'll actually get in front of your car.
Oh, they'll get in front of your
I know.
car
Just
and
like,
shit.
you want to
I
die
know,
for a
I know.
right turn? dude?
That's why you
Seriously?
got to make the surprise move.
That's what
you
I
got to
did.
sit there, make like you're going to comply, don't make eye
Even
contact.
wave at him, like, yeah, I got this. I know what's going on here.
And then the second that light turns, you got to pick your spot.
Yep.
Watch which way she's moving. If she's moving fucking right, you got to go around her left.
Right, because they didn't want anyone making. It's a long story, and I won't bore you with that. But at one point, I needed to make this left, or I was in. If I didn't make this left, I would not have made the game, and I would have just went home. And I really wanted to get out of the city yesterday with my kid.
There are times where if you can't make one turn that you want to make, it's another hour. Tack another
Thank you.
hour onto your shit.
Exactly.
So you have to make the turn, and there's people there making it so you're not allowed to make that
Without
turn.
the So I'm at this red light, and she's letting the cars coming from my right cross in front of me.
Yeah, you could go
So obviously
straight.
this road is open, but it's an illegal left because they have those dumb bike paths now. So you're not allowed to cross the bike paths.
Yeah.
But because the whole city was in lockdown with entire streets closed, I'm like, fucking throw the rules away today.
Yep.
So just like you said, she's like showing everyone you got to go straight here, and I'm like this, all like waving nice. I got my seatbelt on, like, okay,
Yeah.
thank you, thanks for the info.
Hi, nice lady.
And just like you said, I'm inching up because now I have to. There's a car to my left too. So not only do I have to make the illegal left, I got to make it from the right side.
Yeah. That's a move.
And all of a sudden the light changes, and she does the all right, come on, come ahead.
Yeah.
And backs off. And I gun it in front of this guy and her to make that left.
Beautiful.
She was out of her fucking mind.
Oh, I always look in the rear view, and they are.
Yeah.
All they could do was shake their fist. Why you?
Well, she gave me the finger back and forth like, no, you didn't.
And it's like, yes, I did.
What are you going to do about it?
Because you know why? Because she's left standing there with the other motorists going, now what are you going to do, fatso?
Right.
Yeah.
What are you going to do
It's almost
about
like
it?
in The Wire when the security guard had the fucking Marla took the lollipops.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
That's like the other customers still standing there going, what the fuck are you going to do? You saw that?
Yeah.
And everyone knows once you did that and she stood there, she doesn't do a fucking thing. Do what you want, fellas.
Right. If you're going to lock down this city and make it a complete gridlock, then I say throw the rules away. I'm serious. I was making U-turns and all sorts of shit. You would have been proud yesterday.
That's
man.
great.
You would have been fucking proud.
That's every day.
You
for
feel
me.
frustrated?
Dude, I left my house, and I got a 1-year-old too, man. I mean, the parents understand this shit. I timed my trip with his nap. This is a parent thing. You guys
Time it with. I time trips with my nap.
Yeah, exactly. It's a parent thing, but it makes it a lot easier because kids get fussy. So all right, it's nap time. I put him in the fucking car. He's out cold. But now I'm on the clock. I only have a certain amount of time.
How long is his nap?
Could be anywhere from an hour to 2 hours.
That's like a time bomb.
It is. It's a time bomb in the back seat.
A time bomb.
So then I pull out. I'm like, all right. And then the first road closure, I'm like, all right, I can handle this. I live in the city. I know this shit happens, so I'm not mad yet. And then when I started seeing road after road after road close, and as they're funneling everybody, because as soon as there's another road closed, that means more cars funneling, funneling. Then it got to a point where every light change, maybe one car was going through. Ooh. And now I'm starting to heat up. And now I start punching things. Actually, that's why my left hand hurts. I went to bed last night trying to figure out why my left hand hurts. I forgot I was fucking pounding my left window. So now you go from punching things because you're out of your mind, beeping horns like a lunatic because you're just frustrated. Not that it's going to help anything, but you don't know what else to do. And then it got to a point when this for the locals, when I was down at 23rd Street, when I usually cross over around 66. I almost started crying.
Oh, well, you could.
I almost started crying.
I've been in that situation.
I went from this is okay to complete frustration, beating the shit out of myself, to I wanted to cry. I was almost brought to tears. This has only happened 2, maybe 3 times since living in the city.
That is literally, by the way, it's not like a figurative I wanted to cry term.
Yeah.
No. Literally, you're sitting there and you're like, I as a grown man, am going to start crying because I'm so frustrated.
I mean, when you get really mad, that usually helps, and then usually the traffic opens up. Look, call me whatever you want. I don't care. People understand this.
Oh,
and then it gets to the point that you have no more moves left in you. Because if you know what you're doing in a car, you'll work some moves.
Yeah.
And then you try some shit, and when nothing's working, now you're sitting there like, what else? What can I do? And you literally want to break down and cry.
Do you know, I've been through that traffic, literally where it is like a childlike desire to weep and be everything made better for you.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's a testament to how good we have it. Like, that's utter helplessness. When you're in traffic like that, something has been set in motion and you're totally helpless to stop it. And that's what's so frustrating. And yet, and I forget what Jonathan was telling me, the traffic is like that, where their commutes are about 3 hours a day each way. This guy, it might be Jakarta or Indonesia, with the worst traffic in the world, where they deal with that.
Right.
Every day going to work and every day coming back home.
Fuck
that doesn't break you down crying. Like when me and Ann used to commute together and we were doing afternoons, it was a little rough. But you knew what you had. As soon as you got in your car, you knew exactly what you had and you dealt with it. When it's more than that is when you're still mad. But when it's more than that is when you start getting the frustration and then possibly breaking down wanting to cry.
Do you remember when I was living on 43rd Street and we were off the air and you came...
the Metallica show.
No. That was bad too. No. When I had to go to Cleveland with stupid, my buddy Gino was the opening act, I think, and you came and we hit gridlock leaving my apartment.
I thought that was for the Metallica show.
No.
We've done it a couple times.
That was going to the airport. There was fucking leaving my apartment on 43rd Street. You make a left and you're in a block and a half, 2 blocks to the Lincoln Tunnel.
That's it.
But there was a water main break and it was stopped. And it might have taken us 25 minutes to get to the end of the block and around. I'm like, we're going to miss the fucking plane. So I made the driver take us to the fucking Port Authority and we took the train.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's all about that was that type of traffic where I'm just watching, like, we're going to miss the fucking plane.
Yeah, when you have to be somewhere like that, especially for a plane. Then you start getting violent.
Dude, I remember that.
Oh, it was terrible.
But you know the grid of the city, and like I said, you know how to make moves usually. But when all your moves are failing you just want to pull over and go, could someone help me?
Yeah.
You know, it's whatever, but...
I would always rather be in the city, because worst came to worst, you could always just put it in a garage, get out, and fucking take the sun. Like, have... That's the atom bomb.
Yeah.
If I have to park this piece of shit illegally in a yellow zone, like, I can do that. That's the A-bomb. But when you're on the LIE...
Oh, and there's no way to go. You're in between exits.
The LIE
you're dead stop. It's like...
Sorry, the LIE is the worst road.
Worst road.
You're just gonna do like falling down. You just fucking get out of your car
and just
walk away, and do horrible things. I guess I don't know.
Oh, awesome! My skin cancer just came off.
Jesus!
No, she said that would happen. It's pre, by the way, but. Look, yeah. My skin cancer's gone officially. She said it would scab up and fall off. I should have ate it.
Oh, God.
Or gotten someone else to.
That's right.
Have a bite of cancer.
Oh, fuck.
I've hit traffic like that in L.A. Once or twice. L.A. can be horrendous.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Connecticut literally...
Ooh, 95.
If they carved Connecticut off and then just kicked it into the ocean, for traffic reasons only, I would be fine with it. It's the most underrated traffic piece of shit fucking state in the entire country.
I think you're right.
Because it's by New York and it's between New York and Boston, so we get all the heat and LA gets all the heat, but Connecticut fucking eats my ass when it comes to traffic.
95.
Abominable.
It's one long traffic jam.
Terrible.
It's one long rush hour.
Terrible.
And the bad thing about it is you'll be on 95 doing a good clip and thinking, oh, this ain't so bad. And then, wham, you dead stopped. Some kind of fucking construction.
How many times did we do the Boston to Long Island trip?
Yeah.
I was telling people about that. You know that we left Boston on a Saturday What was our shift? We were over by noon.
When we
maybe
had to work Saturdays.
I think we were done by noon.
Yeah, we did.
And we wanted to come home and visit, so we would leave Saturday at noon as a group, get to Long Island, and then drive back Sunday night.
I drove
Do you
back
remember
Monday.
that?
I drove back Monday mornings a few times.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Monday morning to make the afternoon show.
Is that when you were already living up there, or when you first went up? Did you guys move up
I was
there?
living up there, yeah.
Like when you got the gig, did you automatically get apartments up there, or did you work for a month?
No, we lived with my mother-in-law.
Up there.
Yeah.
Oh, you did go
Right away.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, right away. And I think didn't we both just have to leave the girls down here?
Nah, my chick did
For a while.
Go. She should have fucking stayed too.
Yeah, believe me.
Not
the
even
same fucking way.
I get this amazing gig. She doesn't want to go. I'm like, whatever. Then stay fucking.
Oh,
home.
did she not want to move?
And then she moved up. I don't even remember anymore. It's been so long, but 6 months later, I think, something like that. And then when we got fired from Boston, she didn't want to leave Boston. I'm like, whatever. Then stay up there.
Yeah.
And then I told the story. I'm coming through the tolls. I'm listening to NEW. They were playing the Allman Brothers. Remember, like it was yesterday. And I'm paying the toll to go to Long Island because we are now moving back to New York for this amazing gig.
Huge.
And I didn't have Easy Pass, and we're waiting to pay the toll at the Throgs Neck Bridge. I remember this like yesterday. And I look over to my right, and she's fucking crying. This is the break of my life. What's wrong with you?
Chicks.
And I should have told her, all right, then just stay in Boston. What good are you?
Yeah.
If you can't get up for the fact that we're moving to New York and, going to be on New York radio, what do you want from me? That should have been a sign.
You sure she wasn't crying because you didn't have Easy Pass yet? That's why I would have been.
Yeah, right.
Look at them zipping by in the left lane.
It's so fast.
That should have been a sign. But I'll tell you, 5 years later, I did something about it.
I know.
5 fucking
Believe
years
me.
later.
I went through 9 years of fucking hell for nothing.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Why is my phone beeping? What the hell
Beep,
was that?
beep. You have a good boy phone. Why do you have a fucking
I'll tell you why he
BlackBerry
does.
still? Why?
He's got a good boy phone and a naughty boy phone. A naughty boy's phone and his good boy's phone. He's got a good boy's phone and a naughty boy phone.
Oh, that's the happy Jimmy.
A naughty boy phone and a good boy.
What an idiot.
You laugh your way through it.
Hey, does anyone have a charger? I plugged my phone in, and I guess, I don't know, maybe it wasn't in the wall. Maybe my kid fucking ripped the plug out of the wall.
An iPhone charger?
An Android?
Oh, boy. An Android charger, huh?
Also a BlackBerry charger?
Oh,
anyone?
boy. What,
Anyone?
do they make those?
The new BlackBerry charger where it got thin because they wouldn't need you to they need to change the chargers. Really?
Just so you can't use your old ones, right?
Right.
Really?
Those pricks.
Because it's all about accessories, right?
Does BlackBerry
Fucking assholes.
does BlackBerry come with a picture of an ass on the cover and a big dick in it? They're terrible.
Well, now the dick is thinner. That's what they do.
That's nice. They
because
gave you a thinner dick for your ass.
I'm sort of out of the BlackBerry world finally. I mean, I have this for corporate email because I refuse to give this company any of my other email accounts. And so I lost one of my chargers. I'm like, oh, I got my old BlackBerry charger. This is perfect. It's a different charger.
Yeah.
Why? Which one you got?
I got the BlackBerry
Oh,
charger.
you rule. Yeah.
Roland,
Shit in.
Roland comes in. He comes
Thanks,
through.
brother.
Comes
I'll
through in a
plug it into the
pinch. Through in a pinch.
Oh, anyway, we were talking about Boston because we were leading to something. We were leading. Jimmy, listen closely.
Oh, good.
Hey, it's time for the get your ass off the couch and go do something report. Here's my buddy.
Thank you, Bap Bap.
Look at Jimmy's face.
Why's that?
Wow.
Well, I think Anthony referenced it last week out of nowhere.
Oh, yes, I did.
I really don't
unfortunately.
remember we used to do this, but at AF we did the what was it? Get off.
Get your ass off the couch report.
And to go do something report. It was
Sponsored.
yeah, it was a sponsored thing that Dave Dickless, our program director, made us do. And,
Who,
and
Massengill?
that's a douche. And we had to I had to paw through the local fucking rag bar magazines and find what bands were playing where and kind of do a whole rundown of what's going on in Boston. Because Dave Douglas thought, people needed to know. And, oh, God. First of all, what the hell? Whose voices were those? Whose voices were those?
I was telling.
They were pumping helium into the studio back then.
I was telling the guys before the show, I mean, a fact is a fact. We were looked at as like rock stars up there in Boston.
Oh.
I don't know why. Cause
I listen back. Everything stinks.
Because I listen to this, and I'm like, what were these people thinking?
Everything is just horrific.
It's horrific. I guess people just... It was before smartphones.
Yeah,
they were starved. They were starved for entertainment.
Starved for entertainment.
So they would accept anything.
And there was no way for one person to really get their point across if they thought we sucked to everyone to point it out.
Right.
Like, oh my God, why are they doing that? That sucks. And then you'd be like, you'd read a website or tweets or something and be like, yeah, that does suck. Yeah. And then the whole wave of people that hate you starts up. But people were actually able to think individually back then.
Right.
It wasn't a collective.
I see what you're saying.
It wasn't a collective like the Borg.
They couldn't get together.
Right. They couldn't gang up.
Is
that all that's on that CD?
Oh.
And do some flash mob hating.
Oh, no.
Why that's all. That's all.
Is there more?
Unfortunately, that's all I like to call him asshole from Connecticut came up with.
I didn't hear the beginning.
Kevin from Connecticut. I guess Kevin from Connecticut. I didn't know he went that far back with us. He's got old fucking tapes of ours. Because they had referenced this, and next thing you know, he's tweeting this over the weekend.
Yeah.
What is it, Kevin from Con? His Twitter name?
Wow, it was just...
Con with 2 N's.
That's abominable.
We have a little more.
Can I hear the beginning again? 'Cause I want to hear it in context knowing.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Watch Jimmy's face.
I'll be
I know
okay
you
now.
can't out there, but watch Jimmy's face.
Hey, it's time for the Get Your Ass Off the Couch and Go Do Something report. Here's my buddy.
Thank you, Bap Bap.
Dude, that literally it makes me shudder.
Yeah.
What were the names?
They would change constantly.
It's too long.
See, what happens? What happens is when you say something long enough and many times, you change it, and it becomes like its own word. Our names just kind of became back, like Anthony became back, and Opie just became back. But it was a slow change. See, it wasn't a thing like let's call ourselves this. It was a organic kind of change from the name to a thing.
It's like and hey.
Right. I'm trying to explain this, and it's going nowhere.
There's no way to explain it.
You guys are a couple of quacksuckers.
Yeah. Quack.
People like listening, they said that was like a punch in the stomach. Ew. Where did that come from? Oh, God, exclamation point. Chills.
It's almost like he's got a phone and a phone.
Right. See, but now people know what you mean. Oh, yeah. Believe me. Believe me.
I guess we'll get into that after the break, huh?
Yeah, I'd like to hear a little more of that.
Oh, God.
All right, we'll play. It's a whole minute and 40 seconds.
Oh, boy.
Get off your ass report. Here's thank you.
What's with the voices? I don't know. What happened? I guess our voices have matured over the years.
I listened to stuff from the beginning of XM, even 2 years into that, and it's still like the voices sound so different. It's
Yeah,
really,
what the fuck is
voices-
that?
Yeah. Yeah. I listen to stuff and go, fuck, that sounds different.
Yeah.
This guy's saying Memorial Day weekend, 25 miles of traffic from Greenwich, Connecticut to Bridgeport.
Oh.
Just one.
How do you do
long
it?
Fucking traffic
How
jam.
do you do it? Wow, I hate that.
Well, the people, that came before us didn't figure out this road system.
No,
They just thought we needed only 2, maybe 3 lanes of fucking highway.
everyone's got to get where
Dummies.
they're going, and it's a pain in the fucking ass, yeah.
I think we stop at 10 lanes.
10-lane highways.
No one would ever be in traffic.
There would be some idiot in the 10th fucking lane.
You think?
Holding up the whole fucking shittery.
Yeah, I guess.
It doesn't matter. People drive like idiots, and that's why there's traffic. Fucking morons. They never know how to go around things. You ever see somebody parked on the side of the road? You ever say someone parked on the side of the road like their car's broken down and they're kind of pulled over, and a little bit of them is sticking into maybe the right lane, but most of them is on the shoulder.
Right.
And even people in the left lane have to like jam on their brakes.
Yeah, it just stops.
And if
everything.
everyone just kind of moved over a little bit and maintained speed, it wouldn't even be a problem. But everyone's got to just stop because they think it's dangerous, or they got to look, or it's just something. Just fucking go. But when a rubbernecker is in front of me, by the way,
yeah.
If there's an accident on the other side of the road, I just wait. The second I see fucking brake lights from the person in front of me, I lay on the fucking horn. There's no reason you should be fucking on your brakes.
But you watch or look.
Without slowing down, though.
I could give a quick fucking peek without touching the brake pedal. Believe me, no one should even let off the gas. Fuck you. Move. Hate those people.
Hey,
unless it's a plane crash. If there's a plane crash in the other lane, I would be like, all right, I understand why you want to stop.
I gotta take a look.
Yeah.
What about the picnics that pop up?
Oh, yeah.
I look at the picnics on the side of the road.
On the side, those are usually the parkways.
I think they finally.
I haven't seen a picnic in a while.
I swear to you, man. There was a time if a certain minority broke down the side of the road, they had hibachis in their fucking cars, and they would start picnics on the side of the road waiting for the tow truck.
Lay a blanket down, start cooking. Kids are running all over the place.
And I know you've seen them too, but I haven't seen them lately.
They don't call them a picnic either. It was called another word. That sounds like pick.
Yes.
But it was a derogatory term.
But I guess they finally said, you know what? We can't have picnics on the side of the parkways.
Yes.
Sorry, people, but you're going to have to find another place to do this.
Another place to fucking do it. It's a highway system here.
I haven't seen one of those in probably maybe 10 years. But there was a time you would see this shit.
All the time. All the fucking time.
I don't know what that was about. Yeah. Hey, I know we're doing too much traffic shit, but something happened to me Saturday night, and there's something going on out there, and hopefully someone with more knowledge could tell me what the fuck this is about.
Yeah, this was odd. I don't know if it's a thing.
I told Anthony, and he couldn't figure it out either.
Like, I've never seen it before.
So Saturday night, I'm on the Cross County Parkway. I got to make it local for people because maybe they understand what this is about. Coming home at midnight on Saturday night, I pull onto the parkway. It's me, my wife, and my little kid. He's asleep. Had a good night out. And also I'm driving along about 60, 65 miles an hour, not too crazy. And all of a sudden, everyone jams on their brakes. Listen closely, because I need someone to fucking figure this out. Everyone jams on their brakes. So me as the driver, I'm thinking, okay, was there a fender bender? Did someone hit a deer? Is a deer crossing the road? And then I'm thinking my final option is someone having a problem with somebody else. Another car. Maybe a car cut someone off, and now this is his way of going, I'm going to fuck with you, right? So now we're at a complete stop on the Cross County Parkway. And I'm looking around. I'm in a group of cars. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? No one's moving. And I'm looking ahead, and I'm like, what the fuck? Someone has their, I forgot to tell you this, their brake lights on the whole time in the slow lane. All of a sudden, the guy with the brake lights on in the slow lane peels out. Peels the fuck out. And then everyone peels out. I'm like, all right. This was my first clue that there's a group of people doing something. So I get it back up to speed. And then all of a sudden, less than a mile down the road, the guy with the blinking lights in the slow lane, even though he was going the fastest, jams on his brakes again. Everyone jams on their brakes. And I swear to you, a car to my right goes into the guardrail and crashes. Not bad, but crashes his car. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So then I'm in the middle lane at this point, and I see there's an opening to the left. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So I try to make a move to the left lane. A minivan pulls in front of me that's part of this group and doesn't let me go. Now I'm thinking, God damn it, I wish I was Anthony Cumia with a fucking gun. Because now I'm thinking, am I going to get carjacked? What's going on here? Then the guy gets out of the car, and he's sort of pointing at this one car, and I'm like, are those the two having problems? And this guy just won't let it go. Then at that point, we look to our right, and there's a car next to us, and they're all laughing in the car. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Once again, the guy, because he got out of the car, this is key to it, the guy obviously was signaling something, because he got out of the car, he pointed at this one guy, I thought he was yelling at him, I thought he was having a problem with him, gets back in his car, he peels off by himself. I forgot to tell you that. About 100 to 200 yards down the parkway, jams on his brakes, and now reverses and comes back to the pile.
And this is a major highway.
Yes. Cross County Parkway. Wow. People know this fucking road. And then all of a sudden, the guy peels out again, and they all fucking take off again. And then they jammed on the brakes again, but at that point, I was lucky enough that I had an exit I could get off, and I was out of that mess.
Is that like a flash mob but driving?
The cars
might be, right?
Like they're fucking with people, not you necessarily, but anybody who isn't them.
And they were young Hispanic people?
Yeah, they had...
Is that what we're...
Young, anywhere from, tough to tell, mid-20s to mid-30s probably. And
were they racing? Were there two of the cars racing? Were they blocking for people racing?
Dude, they all were. There was about, if I'm looking back now, at least 5 to 6 cars involved with this, at least. But as soon as the one guy stopped, they all would jam on their brakes.
So it's enough to fuck up all of the
I don't know if
traffic.
they were trying to get people to crash into each other behind them. I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck this was. But if anyone has info, they were racing. Hold on a second here. Let me say hi to Marcos in Yonkers. Marcos.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
What's going on? What you saw was actually drag racing. What they do is a group of cars, it could be 10 to 15 cars, they stop on the parkway, and the first 2 cars peel off, and everyone else follows them to see who wins.
But they weren't even going that far.
Oh, so they stopped traffic so they could start.
Oh, they stopped traffic
race.
so they have.
And they got some room.
Oh, and maybe that's why maybe I couldn't get past them because they didn't want anyone. They wanted just open road.
Right. And then they
exactly why
they take off, and then the other guys follow them to see who won.
But then they all jam on the brakes at the same time.
Maybe they're all on phones. No, you can't all be on phones.
Then they do it again.
No, what it is that they stop the traffic behind them and make sure no police. Let's say there's a county cop way behind, they can't come up to the front. And they're all together, like they all roll together, and they go to different places and race like that.
And they were laughing and shit. But I mean, I saw a car accident. A guy was last guy into the pile, and I actually tried to avoid the car in front of him, and he hit the guardrail. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
When you're stopped, when you have to jam on the brakes like that, do you always think I'm going to be paralyzed by the guy behind me?
Yeah,
and you look in the rearview mirror.
I always look,
and you look like, does it look like he's slowing down? Okay, he's slowing down. He's slowing down.
Yeah.
And then he's dead if someone else comes and rear ends him.
Yeah.
I think Marcos might be onto something because it absolutely looked like some type of drag racing. But what was confusing me was they weren't going that far, and then the guy backing up his car on the parkway.
That makes perfect sense.
This guy had complete control of the road.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm trying to figure out what the end game is here. Are they going to carjack somebody? Are they hoping cars crash behind this group of cars?
Yeah, I could see what this guy means. They just stop traffic. Guys will race, then they take off, stop again. Yeah. Oh, it seems a little dangerous.
Yeah, it was. I was like, "Fuck! Why don't I have a gun?"
I would be thinking I was getting jacked.
Marcos, I think
Head
you're
on
onto
a swivel.
something. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Greg in California.
Greg.
Joe.
Hey.
Ow.
I'm down in Southern California, but up in Oakland, there's a group of blacks that'll shut down an entire highway and have a party in the middle of the highway, and they call it sideshows. You can look it up on the internet.
What do they call it?
Sideshows.
Sideshows.
But how do they close down the road without the authorities getting involved?
Yeah. Everybody and stop the traffic that is coming, and then they'll park their cars in front of everybody, and then they'll just stop the entire fucking I-80 and have a party in the middle of the street. I shit you not.
I believe you. They do that shit in like Brazil, but they rob you. They do it in Mexico too, but they'll stop traffic and then go door to door, car to car with a machine gun.
Oh,
really?
And yeah, that's how you can get kidnapped, but they usually just rob you.
But with this Oakland situation, how long did the parties last before the cops go, all right, we got to stop the fucking party in the middle of the highway?
The cops usually can't get up there that fast because there's miles and miles
of traffic now because they shut it down. Wow.
So
some
they usually
motherfuckers.
have to go the other way and drive the opposite way on the highway, which is hard to do.
I gotta admit, I'm old. Finally,
Just have no idea.
It's time to
Shit
throw
like
in,
this is going on.
Dude, it's time to throw in the youth hat, man. Because this shit going on out there, I have no idea about anymore. I used to know shit. I didn't know this drag racing thing where they're stopping all traffic so they can fucking race.
Don't know about
sideshows.
sideshows.
Sideshows we're learning about today. I didn't know about this shit. The fuck.
I read a few great articles on a few more flash mob fucking robberies and beatings over the weekend. And Some of the mainstream news is starting to actually say these are groups of black men, teens and men, that are doing this. 15 to 20 of them coming up and just beat the piss out of some fucking guy, robbed him, and then again another group of about 15 just beat up some guy, took his bike, and it's just like fucking. I'm glad someone's acknowledging that there's a problem in a certain community with these flash mob robberies.
When you just as you're saying, I thought we were going to break. I was just going to jokingly tease something like, "Hey, we're kind of winning a certain battle." In the Daily News, Central Park, Seek 4 in Central Park mugging, and there's a picture. He's a black suspect. But it says police received a sketch of the subject who's described as a black male, and they say the other 3 subjects are black males, age 14. And there was a while where they
wouldn't say.
They weren't doing. They were not saying the word.
I'm noticing a trend now, and I think it has to do with a lot of this happening. That people want to know.
People are sick of it.
Yeah.
People, if you're legitimately describing a person and you're describing the sweatshirt they're wearing, if they could change but not the skin color.
Yeah.
Saying somebody's a white suspect or a black suspect automatically excludes a lot of people.
Right. Yes.
But when you say that the suspect is described as 5'10" with a burgundy sweatshirt, what the fuck? Just say this.
A Van Heusen sweater.
Yes. He was blinking a lot and he had glasses and a cowlick. Why don't you just say, we don't have the courage to list certain aspects of this?
Yeah.
And I wonder if the reporters got sick of it. They're like, what are we doing?
They probably did. I think the people are getting sick of it.
Sick of it.
When you read about these flash mob robberies and beatings, just random violence that's going on, and realize, it's mostly, from what I've seen on videos and read and researched, mostly young black guys. For some reason, they just want to go out and beat the fuck out of people. And it should be described that way in the paper. Yeah, that's who did it. Why don't we say who did it?
I want to see a video of Sideshow. These sideshows that are going on. They called sideshows on the highway?
Sideshows. Yeah, what the fuck?
Here's a guy that does... Oh, all right, perfect. I'm going to get my answer. Drew in Jersey. Drew.
Yeah, this happens all the time. Like, they go on industrial roads or highways, anything, and they'll block off traffic. You see the hazard lights. The 2 up front will race either from a stop or from, like, rolling from miles per hour, and they'll race, and they'll stop again, they'll race. You can go on YouTube, and you could just type in, like, a car.
Are you part of this, Drew?
I've engaged in a couple.
It scared the shit out of me because I didn't know what the fuck it was.
What, do you got, a Toyota Corolla with a wing on the back?
Civic.
So is there
Civic?
Is there one guy that kind of just cues everyone to stop the traffic? And how many cars are involved usually? And how many cars are racing? Like, I need to know the whole thing because there were definitely a couple guys who absolutely seemed to be racing, but then there were everyone else taking off at the same time behind them. So how many cars do you usually get together?
Usually what happens is they're able to meet up at a place, like, I don't know, like a Dunkin' Donuts. They'll fill up the parking lot and they'll, like, negotiate a race or something, and, like, the whole parking lot, it could be 50, 100 cars. They all leave. They go to a spot, and they'll do it. So it could be a lot of cars.
But you have stopped traffic on a main highway?
I haven't done it on a highway, mostly, like, industrial roads.
I know. This was on the Cross County Parkway. People know it. They could live in the area.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
there's that other one where you go neck and neck with somebody at about 30, 40 miles an hour, and then you give 3 beeps on the horn, bam, 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 and on the 3rd beep you both fucking just take off. That's like a flying start. That's not a standstill.
Right.
So if you ever hear 3 fucking beeps,
get the fuck out of the way.
Just slow down.
And one more, and then we'll move on. Bill in Boston. Bill.
Hey, Opie.
Hello, Bill.
The reason why they're going short distances is that's what drag racing is. Do you guys remember?
No, I know what drag racing is. But, I mean, what's the shortest drag race, though?
2 feet.
Well,
you want to do a quarter mile. Come on.
Do you guys remember 495 when you lived up in Massachusetts?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what we used to do is we used to go out about 2:30 in the morning and do this. There's a whole lot less, guys with their wife and baby out in that point in time, and you're not fucking anybody over. You just start, you have 4 guys stop the lines, and then you just take off. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, but my point, once again, is then there's other cars involved to stop all traffic on the highway, so you guys got open road. All right,
that's what we used to do, but
don't understand
Hispanics
this.
seem to be a little less responsible with it.
All right, so
Less responsible. If you're doing it at all, it's irresponsible.
what are you gonna do?
It's really
I've
not
seen
a.
your videos, Anthony. Come on.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, you got some crazy ones.
I don't go down the highway like that.
All right, brother.
Or maybe I do.
Someone say look up World's Wildest Sideshows on YouTube.
World's Wildest Sideshows on Spike.
Are we learning about sideshows today? I'd never heard this term before. Have you heard the sideshow term
I've
before?
never heard of this. Wildest Sideshows. I don't know what this is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this could be the right video. Oh, they're showing a...
They're zooming in on
California. They're showing Oakland. Yeah, yo.
So far, it's just a map still. Map.
Oakland.
Wildest Sideshows.
Uncensored, bitch. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, look at Coal Burner. Oh, God. This is my nightmare. These are my nightmares. Look, fights. They're just fucking... They're driving their cars around and peeling out in the intersections, making a lot of smoke. And it's just wild black guys fucking doing wild shit. The doors are open. They open the doors, hang out of them, and start doing fucking burnouts. Now that it's all the chicks doing the ass dance out the windows of the cars. Where is this?
I'll tell you one thing.
Why is this part of America?
They're having more fun than we do on the weekends.
Yeah, it's fun. Look,
they've just completely taken over the street.
Yeah, look.
No one could use that street.
No, this street is unusable. But who really wants to drive down that street anyway, I bet.
Everyone's not allowed their
it's
cars.
Just chicks like fucking
dancing.
doing their fuck me in the ass dance. In the
I like
trunk.
this.
He was riding in the trunk, cut loose. Look, they're standing all over the cars.
Yeah, I think this is great. I think it's great because do everything that you're doing because it's more of a chance for me to succeed.
Yes,
you know what
true.
I mean? Don't use your brain, spend all your money on rims because now I have a better shot.
Don't they have to get up for jobs tomorrow?
Oh, Opie. Look at these guys. What I'm seeing here is beyond anything.
You know what this is? It's Beatnik. What was it called?
Freaknik.
Freakniks. Excuse me. Freaknik. This is Freaknik. We saw this shit in Atlanta that at one time.
They don't like shutting their doors when they drive for some reason. Oh my God.
And you know what, too? They don't like to walk on sidewalks when there's perfectly good sidewalk available. I don't understand
Walk
what that
in the
means.
street, yo.
Oh, great question coming in, Ed. Great question coming in. Kind of like this song.
I know.
I was really quite enjoying
that. Digging on it.
Silly Goose, a regular, he writes, Ant, would you rather live a month in Oakland, basically in the area we just saw? This is gonna be a rough one. Or, and you got to answer. You have to answer.
Jesus.
Or live a month with your ex.
Holy shit. Wow, what a great question.
This could be the perfect question.
All right.
You saw the video. You have to live right in the middle of that shit.
I could logically figure this out.
All right.
I have to live in that place for a month.
Yeah.
Or with the ex-wife for a month.
Yeah.
If I chose the ex-wife,
right,
I'd be living the rest of my life with those people. Because I will have killed my wife. So I will go with Oakland for a month.
Wow.
Because I would end up in prison.
Wow.
Call it Oaktown.
Oaktown?
Is that what they call it?
Oaktown.
I don't know. I think so.
Oh, this is Sideshow niggas mobbing on females. Yo.
Well.
In East Oakland.
Well, you got to.
Oaktown.
If you got the females, you got to do some of that mobbing.
Look, they just drive around in circles. Are they mobbing? What are they saying?
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you can't hear them. They're mobbing on some females. What is mobbing? Is that like rape?
Dark time no more. I just took my last shot. Hey, come over here.
Come over here. Get in the core.
That's a scary accent to me.
Oh, it is.
West Coast black guys don't fucking play games.
Nah, man, that scares the shit
Get out the core. Get out the motherfucking core.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a scary one. I
That's
don't
a
like
fucking
that.
hardcore West Coast.
She's going to get her did.
And I got the final piece of the puzzle of what happened to me Saturday.
All right.
They go short distances. Thank you, Sean. I don't have time to go to you. Because of exits on the parkway.
Oh.
And entrance ramps.
Oh.
Because they're trying to keep it safe, like they're trying to race without anybody else on the road.
Right.
So they go
They don't
the
want to
short...
rear end some fucking station wagon.
Right, so they go
Yeah,
short
no.
distances because,
Oh, okay.
they don't want people coming in, onto the parkway in front of them.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now I understand what happened to me this Saturday.
Do you think honest Abe Lincoln would have been at one of the sideshow niggas mobbing on females? I wonder if he saw that coming.
There's probably a lot of things he didn't see coming.
I understand.
Smartphones.
I know. I'm just saying.
Believe me.
I just chose one thing. I just chose sideshow niggas mobbing on females.
So let's just say, look at Anthony Weiner's scandal. Do you think George Washington saw that coming? That someday a member of his government would photograph their cock and send it out to everybody?
Jimmy, I am not arguing a bit. I just chose one thing. You chose another.
Mr. Weiner is...
It didn't go away.
No
school shootings this weekend. No fucking plane crashes.
No.
He's MIA.
No.
Oh, yeah, okay. We got a break. We're just battling now.
Can I plug one thing? It's not even for me. I just saw it in the paper.
Yeah.
The HBO has a Bobby Fischer documentary.
Ooh.
It's called Tonight, 9 o'clock. I just saw that in the Daily News. And I saw Bonnie McFarlane at the Cellar this weekend, Rich's wife, and we chatted about Bobby Fischer. So now I'm just going to annoy her until she watches it on Bobby Fischer. So please retweet Bonnie McFarlane on her Twitter and tell her to watch the Bobby Fischer documentary.
That must
she
be
was asking questions.
That must be something for her to be able to actually have an intelligent conversation with somebody every so often, and then having to go home.
She looked good too.
Did she?
Oh yeah, but she said Rich is in Minneapolis.
Speaking of that, did you see him on the local TV?
Oh God,
you
yeah.
saw that too?
Yeah, I saw that.
See, that's why you got to be on Twitter. Someone goes, "We follow you. We don't actually have to be on Twitter. Whatever. Then follow us.
Whatever.
Just check out our shit because there's some great stuff always going around." Someone was tweeting Rich on local TV in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Where he's flirting with the on-air host, and he's wearing his crazy golf outfit.
His golf outfit. That was funny.
It was pretty funny. Oh, Jimmy, when we get back, in case people forgot, we'll explain this when we get back.
Hey, it's time for the Get Your Ass Off the Couch and Go Do Something report. Here's my buddy, Doc.
Thank you, Bap Bap.
Life it.
Good evening. Good evening. Food, all right. All right. No, he's dead. No, my health doesn't allow it.
Gregorio. Antonio.
Amy.